Welcome to the Explainer. You know that feeling, like there are two different people arguing inside your head? Well, it turns out you're not wrong. At all. Today we are diving into what's basically a user manual for your brain, all based on the incredible work of Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman.
All right, let's jump right in with a little quiz. First question for you. What's 2 plus 2? Yeah, the answer, 4. Probably just popped into your head, right? No real effort, it just appeared.
Okay, how about this one? What is 17 times 24? For that one, you probably felt your brain kind of shift gears, didn't you? Your focus sharpened. You might have even felt a little strain. You had to consciously work to find the answer, which is 408, by the way.
And that feeling, that switch from an easy automatic answer to a hard, deliberate one, that perfectly captures the two characters that Daniel Kahneman says are running the show inside our minds all the time.
So what this really shows us is that our thinking isn't just one single thing. It's actually this constant back and forth, this interplay between a really fast, intuitive system and a much slower, more deliberate one. So let's get to know these two characters that are running our minds. First up, let's meet the star of the show, really, the one doing most of the heavy lifting behind the scenes without you even realizing it. This is your fast-thinking autopilot, the system that guides you through most of your day.
This is System 1, and it operates pretty much effortlessly. You can think of it like this ancient, instinctual software that we've inherited from our ancestors. It's designed for making snap judgments for survival, recognizing patterns and giving us those gut feelings. And the crazy part, it's always running in the background.
And it's kind of mind-blowing just how much System 1 is responsible for. I mean, it's how you can instantly recognize a friend's face in a crowd, or complete the phrase salt and pepper. It's what lets you pick up on a hostile tone in someone's voice, or drive a familiar road while your mind is a million miles away. It's this incredibly powerful autopilot.
Okay, so that's the autopilot. Now let's bring in the second character in this little mental play. If System 1 is the autopilot, then this next one is the pilot, the conscious, deliberate one, the one you actually think of as you.
This is System 2, your analytical mind. It's the part of you that reasons things out, that makes complex choices, that solves tough problems. But here's the catch. Engaging it takes real effort. It burns mental energy. So while it's super powerful, it's also, well, it's lazy. It would much rather just let System 1 handle things.
You can actually feel when System 2 kicks in, can't you? It's that deep concentration you need to solve a math problem or to really compare the features of two different phones. It's the mental grunt work of learning a new skill or filling out your taxes. And yeah, it feels like work because it is work. And that's exactly why we don't and really can't use it for everything.
So here's a great way to see them side by side. You've got the autopilot, fast, automatic, intuitive. And then you've got the pilot, slow, deliberate, logical. They're basically opposites, but they're designed to work together to get you through life.
So, where does this all go wrong? Well, the main problem, the real conflict here, is that our lazy System 2 often just accepts whatever System 1 tells it. It doesn't double-check the work, it just goes along for the ride.
And this leads to what are called cognitive biases. These aren't just random screw-ups. They're predictable, systematic errors in our judgment that are basically hardwired into how we think. And understanding them is the key to making better decisions. Let's check out a couple of really common examples.
Okay, first example. The anchoring bias. This one's huge. It's our brain's tendency to get latched onto or anchored to the very first piece of information it sees when trying to make a decision. I guarantee you've seen this a million times. You see a sale sign like this, and that original price, the 4,000 rupees, it immediately becomes a powerful anchor in your mind. What happens next? Your autopilot, your System 1, sees that 50% off and instantly thinks, wow, what a great deal. It just latches onto the discount and creates this strong feeling of value, all without doing any real math or analysis. It just feels like a bargain. But to fight that bias, your slow, logical System 2 has to wake up. It has to engage and ask the tougher question. Okay, forget the original price for a second. Is this kurta actually worth 2,000 rupees to me? And asking that question, well, that takes effort.
All right, let's look at another one. This is about how our brain's own filing system can trip us up. It's called the availability heuristic, and it's basically this. If we can think of something easily, we assume it's more common or more important than it actually is. Let me give you a classic example. Which feels riskier, a shark attack or a car accident? For a lot of people, the shark attack feels scarier, right? But why? Statistically, it's not even close. It's because we've all seen movies and news reports about shark attacks. Those dramatic stories are more available in our memory. So our System 1 makes a mistake. It confuses how easily we remember something with how likely it is to happen.
So, given all this, what are we supposed to do? Well, the goal isn't to get rid of System 1. We absolutely need it. The real trick is learning when to hit the brakes, when to be a little skeptical of our gut feelings and deliberately engage our slower, more logical brain.
And here's a simple 3-step checklist to help you do just that, to activate System 2 when it really matters. First, just slow down, especially for important decisions. Sleep on it is genuinely good advice. Second, actively question your first impression. Challenge your own assumptions. Ask yourself, okay, but what if the opposite were true? And third, and this is a big one, know when you're not in a good state to think clearly. If you're tired or emotional, your brain is running almost entirely on System 1. That is the absolute worst time to be making a big decision.
You know, maybe the best analogy for this is a newsroom. System 1 is like the enthusiastic reporter always rushing in with a hot news story, writing that first emotional draft. But System 2 needs to be the calm, diligent editor who comes in and says, hold on, let's fact check this before we go to print.
So here's the big takeaway question for you. Think about it for a second. Can you remember a time when your fast thinking led you to make a mistake? Just reflecting on that is incredibly powerful. Because the first step to making better decisions is just noticing these two systems at work inside your own head. When did your autopilot steer you wrong? Recognizing that pattern is the key.
Now, if you found this whole breakdown useful and you want to dive even deeper into big ideas like this one, there's a lot more to explore. For more such blogs, reach out to www.multigiant.in.
And of course, please like and subscribe to the Multigyan YouTube channel. That way you can keep getting simple explainers on really complex and interesting topics just like this one. Thanks for tuning in.